And here we are today, everybody, with Jeff Sipes from Blue Water. Did I get that right?
Morning.
Blue
How's
Water
it
Credit.
going? Happy
There
to
we
be
go.
here.
A
Gonna be a good day.
little brain loss there, but we're going to find out about Blue Water Credit and Jeff coming up next. And we are back. Hey, Jeff, how are you this morning?
Hey, it's a great day to have a great day.
There you go. I'm certainly glad to have you here today. I know people are really interested in what's going to be really pretty important right now with the way interest rates are going up, is getting their credit so that they can get the lowest possible interest rate possible. So,
Yep.
how about a little bit about you personally and how you ended up in this business?
Yeah, you bet. So I'll give you the short story. I was playing football for USC, that's University of Sierra College in Rockland. And my best friend and I decided to drop out and start a business because we wanted to get rich quick. Well, that ended up with me taking out a lot of loans and borrowing money from friends and family. And then the business failed miserably. So I ruined my credit. I got into a ton of debt. And so for me, bankruptcy wasn't a good route. So I went into work in the fitness industry, and I worked 7 days a week selling gym memberships. I moved into my younger brother's apartment, and I was living on his couch. They were trying to repossess my Jeep at the time. So it was a pretty dark time financially for me. So after about 18 months of working, crazy hours, I dug myself out of debt. So I thought it was a good time to go open a bank account. So I went into a local credit union, and I remember they actually ran my credit, and the guy came back with a bunch of papers, and he looked at them and he said, "Sorry, Mr. Sipes, your credit's so bad that I can't even open a checking account for you."
Wow.
So I left the bank embarrassed and ashamed. And about a year later, a friend of mine told me he was working on repairing his credit. And I was like, "What? You can repair credit?" I thought that was a life sentence. I was going to be labeled bad credit. So I started on that journey myself, reading stuff and trying to do it on my own. And after about 18 months, I had worked on my credit, and then ended up buying my first place. This was about 26 years ago, 25 years ago. And 6 months after that, I got a mailer from a real estate agent saying they had a potential buyer. And so I met with the agent, ended up selling the house, and I made some money. So I said, "Hey, this is pretty cool." So I started buying and selling homes on the side while I worked at the gym. And some of my friends saw what I was doing, and they're like, "Hey, man, that looks pretty cool. I want to buy a house." And I said, "Well, go get pre-approved." And a couple of them came back to me and they're like, "Oh, I got turned down because I have bad credit." So I started working with them on the side. And after about a year working with them, they were eligible to buy a house. And so the feeling that you have of, having bad credit and then being able to turn that around and have good credit, it just gives you great peace of mind. So my wife and I saw in 2008 a downturn in the economy as a great time to open up a legal and ethical credit repair company. And so I was actually reading a book at the time called The Blue Ocean Strategy. And in that book, it talks about in business, there's two oceans. You have a red ocean, it's bloody, it's competitive, it's cutthroat. And then there's blue ocean, which is wide open, uncontested market space with little competition. So we knew if we can get into an industry with a bad reputation and develop a good name for ourselves, we'd essentially have blue water. And so that's where we came up with a name for our business. So that was a long-winded answer, but I am married to my wife, Natalie. We've been married, let me do the math, 18 years now.
Right.
We've got 3 kids, 14-year-old boy, Jaden. We have a 12-year-old boy, Carter, and a 6-year-old daughter, Addison. So that's it on me. That's all I have time for is family,
Nice.
work, and helping people with their credit.
Very, very nice. So, can you mention the gym that you were affiliated with?
Yeah. So fitness and really my passion. So I feel like my life calling is helping people become the best version of themselves. And so I've been passionate about helping people with their fitness and early on, and now we're passionate about helping people with their finances. So I worked for LA Workout. This was a long time ago, about 20, almost 30 years ago. And then 24-hour workout. And then I finished my fitness career at California Family Fitness. I was there for about 12 years. So
Okay.
good company, local company here in the Sacramento area.
Great. So, you mentioned Blue Water, and I've read that myself, and I've always been a proponent of going where other people haven't, doing things that other people haven't. And I love your strategy of helping people achieve what it is that they're looking for. That's wonderful. And the fact that you flipped houses makes you perfect in this industry to help people understand what it is that they need to do to be able to move forward with either their personal life or their financial career in flipping houses or getting rentals, gaining rentals, getting passive income. I really like the fact that you've been involved in all of that. That's wonderful.
Yep. And I can tell you, I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks. So I've taken my share of lessons the hard way where I failed miserably, and I tend to learn valuable lessons when I fail. So anytime we have a setback, we always look at it as an opportunity to learn and grow, and then to dust yourself off and try to get back in the game. So, no one's perfect. We all make mistakes, but I think it's important to do your research, right? And make an educated decision, and I also recommend it's never a get rich quick, right? Real estate's a get rich slow game. And so you want to be methodical about it. And at some point, I always agree, you're going to pay someone's mortgage, right? You're either going to pay your own or you're going to be paying someone else's. So you always need a house for yourself. Even if the market might be, stalling or what have you, it does give you peace of mind because you don't have to worry about your landlord kicking you out, and you can have pride of ownership with your house.
Exactly. With your home. My very, very first open house, I had went out to just walk the house, get the feel of it, because it wasn't my listing, it was another agent's listing, and took my wife with me. And we get there and there's no lockbox. I can't get in. So we've walked around the outside and peeked in the windows and all that. We're sitting there, and in the driveway comes this lowered Suburban, blacked out windows, really nice wheels, really nice Suburban. Comes pulling in. She goes, "Oh my God, are we in trouble?" I went, No, we're not in trouble, honey." She says, "Well, isn't that the owner?" And I said, "No, that's a buyer right there." She says, "What makes you think that?" I said, "I don't know, just sit and watch." They pulled in, and the guy gets out and he goes, "Wow, this place is like amazing." And I said, "Yeah, it's a pretty nice place." He says, can we get inside?" And I said, "No, but you can come tomorrow for the open house." And so we start talking a little bit, and he goes, "My wife, she's going to be so mad." And I said, "Why is that?" He says, "Well, about a year ago, we came and looked at this house. And how much is it selling for?" And I think it was like $800,000. And he goes, "Are you kidding?" And I went, "No." He says, "We could have got it for like $550." And I said, "Yeah, he said, "Yeah, the weeds were growing up. Inside it was dark and there's spider webs." He says, "I was just waiting for the axe murderer to come out. It was just crazy, And my wife could see the vision, but I couldn't. And so we walked away. And now I know she's going to be really mad." And, since he kept pointing, she finally got out. Their two boys had been out running around in the yard and what have you. And she gets out and she goes, "So, what's the deal with this house?" And I, kind of went over what was going to happen and they could come to the thing. And she goes, "Oh, okay." She said, "I've been being told that I should wait to buy." And I said, "Why is that?" And she said, "Well, because the prices are going to come down. The prices have started going up after the big crash, right? And they're going to come back down." And I said, "Well, I can agree with that, but you got to remember one thing. There's never a bad time to buy a home. There's always a bad time to buy a house. She goes, it's the same thing. And I said, no, 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 no. A house is something you buy to invest in and make some quick money or invest in for the long haul. But a home is what you buy for your family. You've already told me you want to get out of Stockton so that you can get out here in the country so your boys have someplace to play, safe, bring friends, put the pool in, have pool parties. You want to make this your home. So over the long haul, 20, 30 years, there's never been a bad time to buy a home because they always appreciate in value. Up and down in the short term, but in the long term, she goes, wow, I've never heard that before. And I went, well, now you have. They didn't
What a
know
great story.
buying the house. Actually ended up having some problems and what have you. But that's interesting, that you say, people get their financial future in check with real estate. And it really is.
Yep. Yeah. Warren Buffett said one of the single best investments he's ever made is in his home in Omaha, Nebraska. And I've looked it up. According to what you can find online, it's not what you think a billionaire would have.
Yeah, still drives an old used car, and yep.
Yep. That's great. I love it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, and I wanted to tell you too, we have a ton of free resources on our website. We wrote an article that we published today. It's probably just hit your email, is how to skyrocket your credit score by 100 points in 30 days. And so if they go to our website at bluewatercredit.com, you can just click on the blog, and there's going to be 7 key tips on how to improve your credit score by up to 100 points in 30 days. And like we were talking before we went live, with interest rates going up, your credit score is actually more important now than ever, because your credit score is going to determine your interest rate. And so the higher your credit score is, the lower your interest rate is going to be, which is going to save you a lot of money. I mean, we've seen 40-point increase in a credit score save someone over $40,000 on a mortgage. So we're talking a little bit of work and a huge payoff in savings for return.
Yeah, over the course of the loan itself, if you wait the full 30 years to pay it off, that's something that I've been showing people and talking to people about, how to pay off that 30-year mortgage in 7 to 10 and not have any additional money out of their pocket. So we're both on the same page there with helping people save money and get the best rates possible. And yes, the people don't understand that the higher credit score leads to a lower interest rate. They think the interest rate. They see on TV the interest is 3 point, at 5 now, but it's 3% and 5%, whatever it is. And then they go in and apply, and they get all discouraged because they're not 3%, they're 3.5 or they're 5.5, and they don't understand why. And that is, again, education. The same thing that we're both proponents of. And I really enjoy that about you, Jeff. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And I feel the same way about you. I love working with like-minded people where, our initials for our company are BWC, and we, instead of Blue Water Credit, we use it. Our why is because we care, right? We care about our clients. We care about our referral partners, loan officers, and real estate agents. And because we care about our teammates, right, in our office. So that's kind of one of the number one values that we have when we look for people to work in our office, is that they have to be passionate about helping people, because at the end of the day, we deal with people with, credit issues or debt issues, and we just have to be passionate about helping them and always doing what's right for the client.
Right. I like that. BWC, because we care. Blue Water Credit. Come on.
Yeah. I really appreciate that.
I like it. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks for the tip about the 100 points in 30 days. Everybody make sure and go to bluewatercredit.com and get that. Down below has been scrolling along how to get hold of Jeff. Jeff, why don't you go ahead and tell them orally if they haven't read?
Yeah, the best way to reach us is over the phone. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And if you call after hours, we do have an answering service that'll pick up. But our number is 916-315-9190. Or you can go to our website, bluewatercredit.com. All of our information's there. You can register for a consultation on our website. And you'll also see our blog, which has over 300 articles that you can read through. We have 2 ebooks that you can download at absolutely no cost to you. So feel free to check out the resources. And if you have questions, we offer a free consultation. We can set up the appointment over the phone, and we can work with you. If you're anywhere in California, we're happy to help offer the consultation.
Very good. So you only do California, or you can repair credit nationwide?
I'd say most of our clients are California based.
Okay. Very good. Jeff, thanks again for stopping in. We really appreciate all your knowledge today. Everybody else, you go out and be the sunshine in somebody's rainy day. And if there's ever anything in the world I can do for you, let me know. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.